Well, there we go. Boating season is over. Moved back into our old RV and start RVing season now. Vestry's up on the dry. Gonna spend a couple weeks here in Lund and get it ready for winter, to winterize the engine and the plumbing and get our cover over it, etc., etc. So won't be too many videos for a while. I did a bunch of videos on winterization, so I won't repeat them. Got our storage room here. Last couple days we've been moving everything out of the boat into the storage room and then back into our RV. So usually it takes a couple days. So we just park the RV in front of the boat here in the yard and do that. Today we're going to be moving over to Lund RV. It's an RV park only about 5 minutes away, very convenient. And we'll spend a couple weeks there. Anyway, I'll give you some footage from our last couple trips. We did one trip from Desolation Sound over to Campbell River and was having a problem with one of her teeth, so she wanted to get it looked at in case it was a abscess or something, but it turned out not to be. And then we went back over to Lund. The weather was degrading rapidly. We spent a few days on the dock in Lund and then had one last trip in Vestry over kind of into Desolation Sound. Did a bit of wildlife viewing and pulled her out. A little shorter than we wanted to. Wanted to keep going for at least a week or two, but the weather has changed dramatically here. We got out just in time before a lot of wind and rain came through in the system. And there's another one. Going to be a little sun today, but then there's another system on the way. So anyway, boating season has ended. Great season. Had a lot of fun going up to the Broughtons and back in our boat. Oh, give me a hard time. Wow. That scared the shit out of you? When they both flew at the same time, right beside us. Holy cow. Oh, give me a hard time. Wow. When they both blew at the same time? Same time, right beside us. Holy moly. Wow. There's a tail for you. Well, September 23rd today. We're actually back in Campbell River. I had to leave Desolation Sound a few days ago and come over here so Anne could get into the dentist to have a tooth check. She was having a little bit of a throbbing pain, so she came over here and went to the same dentist I did back in late June when I had to get a tooth pulled. Anyway, it wasn't a super panic situation. She's going to go back in a couple of weeks when we come over here with the RV. It wasn't a big loss though, because the weather kind of turned a bit nasty and a front went through, got windy and rainy, so it was kind of nice to be back on the dock again. And it's kind of sad news. I think we're probably going to be just about finished with this season. The weather doesn't look good for the next week or two, and then we'll be into October, so vestry might be getting pulled out pretty soon. I'm just going to leave today. It's supposed to be pretty calm today, so we're going to get back over to Lund and we'll get on the dock there. There's some good wind coming through tomorrow, and we'll see if the weather forecast stays the same. If it stays the same, we might be getting pulled out at the end of this week, and that'll be that for the season. But if the forecast change, we might go out for a few more days. We'll just kind of play it by ear. It's kind of that time of year now. Summer ended 2 days ago and we're into fall, and the weather kind of changes pretty quickly after that. Starting to get those systems coming in off the Pacific, so, and the temperatures are starting to drop. And it gets wetter and wetter, so it's not as much fun to be out on the boat. And of course we can't get much solar panel when it starts to be cloudy all the time. And the days are getting shorter. We just passed the equinox, so. Anyway, we're going to cross back over. Maybe we'll see some wildlife. When we came over here, we actually had a nice encounter with a pair of humpback whales. They came up really close to the boat. So, Anne's hoping to see orca. We really haven't had a nice orca encounter yet this year, so fingers crossed. Anyway, we're in Fisherman's Wharf here in Campbell River. It's a pretty crowded marina because it's pretty good pricing. It's about half the price of going to the Discovery Harbor Marina. And also it's right in front of our dental office here we go to the Pier Street Dental over there. I think somewhere over in that building there, so it's just a short walk to go to the dentist. Lots of commercial boats in here. Yeah. Goodbye Campbell River. You can see some people fishing off the pier. Went for a walk out the other day. Actually saw a lady catch about a 9-pound coho right off the pier. Nice ice cream shop on there. Well, we stayed a few nights in Lund there. It's fairly windy. Heading out for our last little cruise of the season. A little bit cloudy today, but it's going to be calm. We have a few hours to kill before we can go into Jack's boatyard and get ready to get pulled out. Probably get pulled out tomorrow morning. Right over there. So we'll see what we see. It's going to take the vestry around for a little jaunt. Went on the fuel dock and filled the fuel tanks right up for the winter. I like to leave them with full fuel. So when we came over to Lund, I spotted some sea lions on this rock over here, Rock Island. We're gonna go check them out.
It's Major Islet.
What's it called?
Major Islet.
Major Islet. See, there's another boat over there. It's a boat called Curve in Time or Curve of Time. It's a tour boat. We saw it several times up in the Broughtons, kind of following the same path we do. It spends the summer up there, and then this time of year it comes into the Broughtons. Has a couple little Zodiac support vessels. It's a neat old kind of trawler boat. I think it's a metal steel hulled boat. There we are, September 30th, and all tucked in here at the RV park. We'll stay here to about the 15th. Finish getting the boat all ready for winter. And pretty soon the fall colors are going to start happening. Weather does change dramatically. A lot of wind is being kicked up in the straits. I was looking today on the marine forecast, and there's gale warnings in both Johnstone Strait and Strait of Georgia, so sure glad we're not out there anymore. Anyway, if you missed any of the videos, I'll put a link in the description to this year's boating playlist. Till next time, Ray from Love You RV and Boat. Cheers, guys.